my puppy's dead. And I go, what, the puppy your uncle got you? He did his bit, and whatever happened after that isn't his problem. And they go, yeah. And I go, oh, no, maybe you rolled over on it on the night. Oh, did I? Oh, no. God looked at them and said to himself, they are so wicked, I will have to wipe them off the face of the earth. Really? That's your only choice, is it? You'll have to. Straight to genocide. No one verbal and 2 written warnings. No, just straight to the annihilation of the entire human race because a fatty yellow trousers picked someone's nose. That's your solution, is it? I mean, anger management, chill the fuck out.
Why animals? I hear you ask. Well, I've always been fascinated with them for an early age. I mean, anything to do with natural history. And this show is sort of life on Earth, the bits David Attenborough left out. And he's getting on a bit. He's not going to be around forever. I can... If I start now, soon, I can, you know what I mean? And he's getting very slow. That Blue Planet thing, that took him 5 years. I bet the BBC were going, fucking, what's he doing? Come on, that half hour. So... I'm not saying I'm not pushing myself forward, but I think I can. Well, he is a bit of a hero of mine, actually, David Attenborough. And The Blue Planet is a work of genius. And it did take 5 years to make, so I was pleased when he was rewarded with a nomination at last year's Broadcast Awards for Innovation. Lost out to Banzai. Think of his little old face, do you know what I mean? I bet he was sitting there on his dicky bow and everything with the producers, and they go, and the nominations are Blue Planet. Come on, Banzai. No, don't. And the winner is, as old as, I bet he was halfway to the fucking stage. I'd have got the panel afterwards. What do you mean Banzai's? What? I showed a whale getting mugged. We like shaky hand, man. Fair enough.
California, they overturned it at the last election. They had a referendum, and they said no to gay marriage. You got people in San Francisco going, that's why we moved here. It's a strange sort of bigotry that you could affect someone's lifestyle that doesn't affect you back. It's not like they asked someone once and said, do you mind if these two men get married? And they went, oh, yeah, OK, wank them off then. What? I didn't know that was going to happen. It's also a strange sort of bigotry because presumably those people that object to that are the same people that said gay people were promiscuous and immoral, but now they don't want us to be monogamous and respectable in the eyes of God. And it must be so confusing to a gay guy in California going, that's the bit they don't want. With all the other shit we do, that's the bit that... They must be going to judges going, sorry, can I get the rules straight? What do you want to know? Can I marry a man? No. Can I shag one up the arse and give him a little reach round? Yes. Yeah. Right, I can't marry him. No. Can I pick up a stranger in the bushes, take him home, jizz on him and throw him out in the morning all crusty and homeless? Please do. Couldn't marry him? No. Right. Can I get 15 men in a... I'm just riffing. 15 men in a semicircle, naked, bent over, spreading their arse cheeks, and attach a dildo to every part of my body. And go at them for half an hour. If you want. Yeah. I don't know why I chose 15 in a semicircle. I think subconsciously I was thinking of that TV show, 15 to 1. That would have been different, wouldn't it? Also, I'd line them up. Also, I wouldn't face them away. I'd face them to me so you could get a... That's one thing. No. If you were to wank off 15 men at a time, kids, it's like plate spinning. It is like plate spinning. Because, no, it is. Because you get these two ready to go, but they're losing it. So you have to go, oh, for fuck's sake. Ain't it knackering wanking off 15 men at once? Never thought I'd say that. Again? What? I love it when rock stars get involved. I absolutely love it. The political song. Ooh. Look out, mate. He's got a guitar. He's saying what he thinks in C. It's okay when it's people like, you know, Bob Dylan, but I love it when pop stars have a go. Yeah. Do you remember Culture Club's classic? They'd been singing Karma Chameleon for too long, and they came up with the war song. Ooh. And in that, they go, war is stupid, and people are stupid. How's that going to change your mind? I mean, if you're into war, you're loving war, you love it, it's your favourite thing. You go, I mean, you're in a plane, you're going to bomb the shit out of a country. Oh, I can't wait to get there. I love bombing people. Oh, nearly there. Put the radio on. Oh, war is stupid and people are stupid. We're going home. Boy George there, he piled on the pounds when he gave it the smack, didn't he? There's a fable there, kids. Every action has a consequence, so... Ooh. Billy Joel, after singing things like Uptown Girl, he then revealed his classic, his protest song against the world. We didn't start the fire. And in that song, it's basically a list in chronological order, right, from 1949 to 1989, and he just mentions sort of 6 to 8 things each verse. I'll just read it. It goes, Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific Water, Witchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. That's not a song. That's a conversation with Rain Man. The other big campaign, a dog is for life, not just for Christmas. Right behind that, I love animals. I'm really into animal welfare. And that's obviously aimed at parents whose kids go, can I have a puppy? Can I have a puppy? No, can I have a puppy? And they give in to shut them up, and they get the puppy, and they like it when it's cute. Then they grow up and they get bored with it, and they lumber the parents with it, and the parents get bored with it, and they abandon it. 11,000 pets abandoned in England and Wales last year, and I think kids should have pets. I think it teaches them life lessons. I haven't got children of my own, but I've got loads of nieces and nephews, and they've got kids of their own now. And I want to be a cool uncle and give them what they want, but I want to be a responsible one too and sort of not add to the stray problem. But I think I've solved the dilemma. This is what I do, okay? Here's a tip. You've got to wait till Christmas Eve, go to an animal shelter or an animal rescue home, not a breeder, and I go there, and I go straight to the veterinary bit, and when they're dealing with, like, the little runts that are born all sick, and they're just putting them down. They've got no quality of life. I go, no, don't kill that one. I'll take that one. And they go, it's only going to live a day. So I run home with it, going, don't die yet. Get a Starbucks, a little bit of Starbucks. Don't die yet, don't die. And I run in, and I call my niece. She runs over. I go, look, I go, oh, you got me a puppy. I go, your best uncle got you a puppy. Oh, thanks. Go and play with it, quick. Go and play with it. And they take it to bed Christmas Eve, and they sleep with it, and they wake up Christmas Day, it's cold, dead, stiff, gone. So, not a problem. And they always come down, and they say, oh, my puppy's dead. And I go, what, the puppy your uncle got you? He did his bit, and whatever happened after that isn't his problem. And they go, yeah. And I go, oh, no, maybe you rolled over on it on the night. Oh, did I? Oh, no. And they always go, I killed my puppy. I killed my puppy. I go, no, you didn't kill your puppy. Jesus killed your puppy. On his birthday, because you didn't spend enough on your uncle's... I came here to change attitudes tonight, and I think I've done that. I want to leave you with something now to show that knowledge is power. It's a true story, actually, and we were talking earlier about third world sweatshops, and they really are awful places. And there's women and children that are abused, and they literally get a few pence an hour, and it's for big conglomerate companies to make billions of pounds. And I was shopping with a friend of mine a couple of years ago. His name was Rob, and he had a sudden death in the family, and he had to get a suit for the funeral. And he was in a band, and he was on the dole. He didn't have a suit to his name. We went to these sort of cheap places in Oxford Street, and one bloke said, oh, I've got a lovely suit, £29. And I thought, what is this going to look like? I couldn't wait for him to have to buy the suit. We went over to it, and it was all right, and I was gutted. It was just like a classic sort of dark suit, and it was nice, and it had a electric blue sort of satin lining, and he was made up. So just to piss on his bonfire, I said, well, if it's that cheap, and it's that well made, and it's not in a sale, it means someone's been exploited. He went, what? I went, yeah, it's awful. It's like women and children exploited, and you'll just be adding to the problem, right? And he didn't buy it. And he went and sold a guitar at Record and Tape Exchange and bought a suit for 150 quid. And I felt bad, but then I thought, well, I was probably right. If, you know, they probably have used like really awful, cheap labour. And so just by doing that, and even though it's one person's little change, if everyone changed it, then we can all, do you know what I mean, make a difference. Still, 29 quid though. It's all right, isn't it? He also told the one about the boy who cried wolf. A boy looking after his sheep, gets a bit bored. It is boring. You know, just making sure you got probably tiring as well, because if you're counting them, you're probably getting a bit drowsy, aren't you? Anyway, so gets a bit bored. Nothing to do here in the Bible. Anyway, so a long time ago, and he goes, it was just a Monday. That's the worst, isn't it? And he's just bored, and he goes, I know what, I'll have a laugh. And he goes, wolf, 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 wolf. And the villagers come up and goes, where's the wolf? They go, no, there's no wolf. He goes, oh, you're fool. So the next day, he thinks, well, that worked a treat, I'll do that again. He goes, wolf, wolf, wolf. Where's the wolf this time? Still no wolf. Oh, yeah, oh. Third day, there really is a wolf. And he goes, wolf, 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 wolf. But the villagers don't come because they don't believe him. And we were told the moral of that is never tell a lie. No, it isn't. The moral of that is never tell the same lie twice. Terrible lesson for kids. Nursery rhymes. Do you know, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, which I later learned meant his cranium. I thought his hat fell off or something. And Jill came tumbling after. And that is a true fable of the time, of I think the 16th century, about two illicit lovers who used to go up to the hill, out of the sight of the villagers, and have it off behind their spouse's back. What's the moral there? What is that? Don't fuck around with sluts or you get your head caved in. No. I've never worked out what the moral of Humpty Dumpty is. I can only think of don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. How is that applicable to an 8-year-old human? I don't... You in there go, well, what's the moral there? Oh, don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. What? Of course I wouldn't. What do you mean, if you're an egg? It's not going to happen, is it? What? Are there eggs reading that going, I'm just going to jump up there? Fucking hell. Good job. Oh, God. But don't get on there if you're an egg. No, why not? Look, read that. Fuck. Don't send horses to perform medical procedures. Of course they couldn't put him together again. Of course. It's obvious they haven't got the dexterity. It's obvious. I wouldn't have sent them in the first place. No, it was an experiment. Don't experiment. They can't even scrub up. They can't. They haven't got thumbs, let alone opposable thumbs. They couldn't sew to save their life. They couldn't. If I had to design a perfect egg-crushing device, it would be a hoof. Doesn't matter if they're king's horses or Steptoe's horse. All the king's horses. Certainly don't send all of them. It's going to be chaos. What if we'd have been invaded by France that day? Bloke comes running to the bloke in charge. He goes, you in charge of all the king's horses and all the king's men? Yeah. Well, the French are coming. What? Where are all the king's horses and all the king's men? The French are coming to Dover. They're quick. Where are they? The egg. What? What? The egg. What are you talking about? I sent them to mend an egg. Are you fucking mental? Are you mental? They can't mend an egg.
Oh, no. Also, I only know that he is an egg from pictorial evidence. And he is clearly an egg. An egg thin. An egg with eyes. Things, right? And trousers. But that's not mentioned in the whole thing. That'd be the first thing I'd mention. Never mind. I'd go, once, right, there was an egg that could climb walls. Left that out. Can't forget that more. What? If your surname is Dumpty, don't call your firstborn Humpty. He's already an egg. Like, that's not enough of a stigma. How's the baby? It's an egg. It's just an egg. Oh, really? What are you going to call it? Humpty Dumpty? Well, don't make it worse. Don't... That is a wind-up, that. Just call him Johnny or something. Just put a balaclava on him. Just say the worst they get is Fatty Johnny. Humpty Dumpty, the egg. He's going to get the piss ripped out of him. He's probably jumped off the wall. Has everyone heard of Carl Pilkington? Because there's a bit... He's my producer on my radio show. I'll just quickly... But for those who haven't heard of him... he's a guy, talking about attitudes, he's a man whose attitude hasn't changed from about the age of 5. He's from Manchester, and you can ask him anything, and he's got an opinion on it. It's usually, it were rubbish, but... Right, example, okay. Well, just, I tell him about I'm doing this show. I said I'm doing a show called Politics. He went, why? And you can't answer it. And he said, you want to talk about that David Blunkett? I went, why, what's he done? He went, oh, he's up to his old tricks again. He's only gone and banned people having sex in public, hasn't he? And I went, well, yeah, but surely that's a good thing, Carl. And he went, yeah, but would he have done it if he could see? And there's a twisted logic, you know. All right, we were once on air, this was. We were talking about blind dates, you know, things. Have you had a blind date? And halfway through, Carl just piped up and went, I went on a blind date once. I went, you go, yeah, it was all right, yeah. And what'd you do? I went for a drink and that. Was she nice? Yeah, she was really good. Yeah, she was really fun. Yeah, it was great. Did you see her again? No. She had a problem with her marrow. I went, oh, what? She had a problem with her marrow. Her bone marrow. I went, oh. She went, yeah, she had a wasting disease. So I thought, what's the point? On air. And so I flushed, I went, oh, Carl, if she's listening, you're for it. He went, she'll be dead by now. Unbelievable. I'll just tell you one more before I go, one more, right? This was last year, during Wimbledon week. Again, on air, he said, did you watch any of Wimbledon last night? I went, no. What was it? They let some little wheelchair fellas have a go on centre court. Little wheelchair fellas. No irony, right? And I went, all right, yeah. Any good? He went, no, they're rubbish. I went, why? He went, they couldn't get a rally going. And I went, well, Carl, to be fair, they're in chairs on grass. He went, don't put it on telly then. And I'm on air. And I went, oh, wow. I said, everyone's entitled to be, you know, well, yeah. Well, let them do something they can do then. And I went, foolishly, I went, like what? And he said, swing ball. Thanks very much. Good night.